Welcome back to the channel Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. Today, we dive deep into the story of one of the most commonly found yet surprisingly valuable modern coins, the United States American Roosevelt dime, top 4 first up 2008 P mint mark. You might think a 10-cent coin can't be worth much. But some versions of this coin are selling for tens, hundreds, and even thousands of dollars because of condition, rarity, and minting errors. So sit tight, hit the like button, subscribe, and let's uncover why this dime may be worth more than its face value. The Roosevelt dime has been an American symbol of service and leadership since 1946, 1 year after the death of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Roosevelt led the U.S. through the Great Depression and the Second World War, and he was deeply connected to the March of Dimes charity which helped fight polio. That's why the dime honors Roosevelt. Obverse front, his portrait. Reverse back, a torch in the center symbolizing freedom. Olive branch, peace. Oak branch, strength. The design reflects the values Roosevelt stood for: resilience, leadership, and unity. From 1946 up to today, the design has mostly remained unchanged, a tribute to his legacy. In 2008, the dime was produced at 3 main U.S. mints: Philadelphia P mint mark, Denver D mint mark, San Francisco S mint mark proof coins. The Philadelphia Mint made hundreds of millions of these coins. Because the production was so large, most 2008 P dimes are common. But here is the key: condition and errors create value. If you find one in circulation with scratches or wear, it's usually worth face value, 10 cents. But if you find a mint state coin, untouched, shiny, preserved, collectors will pay multiples of its face value. Unlike older pre-1965 dimes made of 90% silver, the 2008 P Roosevelt dime has no silver. It is made of outer layer 75% copper, 25% nickel. Core pure copper. So no silver melt value, but collectible value still matters. Here where things get interesting. Dollar banknote circulated value. If you pull a 2008 P dime from your pocket or change, normal circulated condition right arrow still worth 10 cents. Dollar banknote uncirculated / mint state, MS. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. MS63 to MS65, $2, $10. MS66, $15, $30. MS67, $50, $150. MS68 and above, rare, can reach $300 plus at auction. Why are these valuable? Because collectors chase high-grade examples of modern coins, and perfect specimens are extremely difficult to find. Some 2008 P Roosevelt dimes become very valuable when they have mistakes from the mint. Collectors love errors because they are unplanned and rare. Look for letters like Liberty, In God, We Trust, or Roosevelt's face appear doubled. These can easily bring $50, $500 plus depending on clarity and condition. Part of the design missing or shifted sideways, the more dramatic, the more valuable. Coins 10%, 40% off-center can sell $100, $400 or more. Raised lines or missing metal lumps where the die broke. Collectors enjoy these unique scars. One side appears bronze or copper, very rare. These can be $150, $800 depending on grade. On mint state coins, the torch details are sharp and complete. Full torch labeled coins command premium values. On the obverse side, look to the right of Roosevelt's neck, just above the date. You will see a small letter P, meaning minted in Philadelphia. If the coin has no mint mark, it's not from 2008. Because after 1980, Philadelphia coins received the P. Modern era coin. High minting quality. Affordable entry point for beginners. Hidden error varieties. Available in everyday chain. Can produce high returns if found in high grades. Even though most examples are common, the hunt for perfection makes these coins exciting. For best results. 1. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning destroys collector value. 2. Grade professionally. Services like PCGS, NGC, ANACS, 3. Check auction sites. Look at real sale prices, not rumors. 4. Use magnification errors reveal themselves under 5x 20x zoom. So friends, the 2008 P. Roosevelt dime may look ordinary, but it carries history, design, mint craftsmanship, and potential profit. If you're lucky enough to find a perfect mint state coin or a rare rarest, you could be holding a $100 piece of treasure in your palm. Next up, today we're diving into a modern American coin that you probably have seen hundreds of times in your pocket, the 2012 D. Roosevelt dime. At first glance it looks like any other dime, but within its history, its minting details, and its rare error varieties, this simple 10-cent coin can turn into real money, sometimes reaching tens, hundreds, or even more dollars in collector markets. So sit tight, hit the like button, and let's begin. The Roosevelt dime was first issued in 1946, right after the death of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Roosevelt was a symbol of leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. But there is also a deeper connection. He founded the March of Dimes, a charity aimed at fighting polio, a disease he himself suffered from. That is why the United States government honored him by placing his portrait on the dime, literally the coin of the dimes. From 1946 onward, the design has stayed stable. Obverse front, Roosevelt's left-facing profile. Reverse back, a torch in the center flanked by an olive branch piece and an oak branch strength. This combination of symbols celebrates freedom, courage, and national unity. In U.S. coinage, the letter D stands for the Denver Mint, located in Colorado. Denver coins are famous for mass production, and 2012 was no different. The mint mark D is found to the right of Roosevelt's neck, near the base of the portrait. When you see 2012 D, that tells collectors exactly where and when the coin was minted. In 2012, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Roosevelt dimes. That means most examples are common, but quality, condition, or errors can turn this everyday coin into a surprisingly valuable collectible. Unlike old pre-1965 dimes which were 90% silver, the 2012 D dime is not silver. It is made of copper-nickel clad. Outer layers 75% copper, 25% nickel. Inner core pure copper. Weight 2.27 grams. Diameter 17.9. That's why most 2012 dimes are worth only face value 10 cents, unless they are in exceptional condition. Here is where things get interesting. Most circulated 2012 D dimes are worth 10 cents, 25 cents. These are coins found in wallets, pockets, change jars, etc. But collectors don't just look at the year, they look at grade. Uncirculated / mint state, MS60, MS63. $1 to $3. High condition MS65 gem quality. $4 to $10. Superb MS67 plus. $40, $70, and sometimes more depending on the buyer or grading company. Remember, modern coins are judged by sharpness, shine, and absence of scratches. If your coin is perfect, untouched, brilliant, its value jumps dramatically. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can turn a simple 10-cent dime into a certified collectible worth real money. Collectors love mistakes. And yes, 2012 D dimes can have mint errors that multiply their value. Here are the most desirable types. 1. Off-center strike. The design is printed partly off the coin. The more dramatic the shift, the more collectors pay. Values can range $50 $300 plus depending on how off-center it is. 2. Missing cladding. A dime missing its nickel outer layer will appear copper-colored. This error can easily bring $80 $200 or even higher. 3. Double die. When lettering or Roosevelt's features show a doubled effect. Doubled in God, we trust, or liberty can increase value $100 $500 depending on clarity and grading. 4. Broad strike or wrong planchet errors. A dime struck without a rim or struck on the wrong type of metal blank. These are rare and can exceed $200 plus. If you find something unusual in your 2012 D dime, do not clean it. Cleaning destroys value. Collectors want original surfaces. 1. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look around the letters and the torch for doubling. 2. Check the rims. A weak or incomplete rim can signal striking errors. 3. Look at color. Solid copper tone, that's a missing cladding candidate. 4. Examine the mint mark D. If it seems doubled, misplaced, or extremely weak, it could be a mint variety. 5. Handle carefully. Use gloves or hold the coin by edges, never across the faces. People think only old coins have value, but they forget. High-grade modern coins are extremely rare. Most coins get scratched in circulation. Error coins escape quality control by chance. That makes them special. Collectors search for modern mint varieties because they are easier to find and affordable to start collecting. A simple coin from your wallet today could be the rarity someone is searching for tomorrow. The 2012 D. Roosevelt dime may not be silver, may not be ancient, and may cost just 10 cents at the bank. But in the world of numismatics, condition and errors are everything. A perfect, gem-quality dime or a dramatic mint error can transform this everyday coin into a high-value collectible. So next time you get change from a shop or open your old coin jar, look closely. Your 2012 D dime might be more than pocket money, it could be real treasure. Next up, today we dive into a modern coin that at first seems common, but has a story worth knowing. The United States 2014 D. Roosevelt dime. Is it valuable? Does it have rare errors? Can this tiny 10-cent coin be worth real money today? Stay tuned because you may be shocked by what's hiding in your pocket change. The Roosevelt dime was first issued in 1946, the year after President Franklin Delano Roosevelt passed away. Roosevelt led the United States through the Great Depression and World War II, and he founded the March of Dimes, a campaign fighting polio. To honor him, the U.S. Mint replaced the Mercury dime with the design we still see today. On the obverse, you see President Roosevelt facing left with the inscriptions, "Liberty. In God we trust." The date. And the mint mark, which in this case is D for Denver. On the reverse, an iconic set of 3 elements. A torch symbolizing freedom. An olive branch symbolizing peace. An oak branch symbolizing strength. Together, they tell the story of America's past, present, and hope for the future. In 2014, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Roosevelt dimes. That means the standard circulation value of a 2014 D dime is just 10 cents. The coin is made of clad composition. Outer layers 75% copper, 25% nickel. Core pure copper. This composition has been used since 1965, replacing the old 90% silver dimes. So what makes some 2014 D dimes valuable? Not the normal ones, but condition, grading, and rare error varieties. Most dimes circulating today are scratched, worn, or dirty. Collectors call these circulated. Their value 10 cents. But when you find a dime that looks sharp, fresh, shiny, no scratches, no wear, it could be mint state MS quality. These coins, preserved from day one, may sell for more. Money bag auction history has shown strong sales for 2014 D. Roosevelt dimes graded MS67 or better by PCGS or NGC. Such coins aren't common because tiny marks or bag damage happen during mint handling. MS65 may be worth $5.10. MS66 possibly $15.25. MS67 collectors may pay $50 to $100+. MS68 rare, strong auction numbers can reach $200 or more. Again, these high prices are not for used pocket change coins. They are for professionally graded, pristine examples. Now this is where the money is. The Denver Mint produces fast, high-volume coins and mistakes can happen. Collectors hunt these mistakes because they are not supposed to exist. Fire watch for these 2014 D dime errors. Off-center strikes. Part of the design is missing and the rim is uneven. Die cracks or die breaks. Raised lines or bumps on Roosevelt's face, neck, or torch. Missing clad layer, partial or full. Copper core exposed, coin may look red or brown. Double die DDO DDR. Letters or numbers look doubled especially. Liberty. In God we trust. Mint mark area. Reverse branches. These types of errors can transform a 10-cent coin into something worth $50, $100, even a few $100s, depending on rarity and condition. Believe it or not, collectors find 2014 D gems in pocket chain, savings jars, coin rolls from banks, mix lots from coin shops, old mint packaging or rolls stored untouched. The key is careful inspection. Use bright light magnification or a jeweler's loupe. What looks like a scratch could actually be a mint-made die break, and that might mean money. It's important to understand this clearly. A normal 2014 D Roosevelt dime in average circulated condition is worth 10 cents. Only in 3 cases does value go up. Heavy 1 high-grade mint state. Uncirculated, professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Right arrow may range from $5 up to $200+ depending on grade. Heavy 2 rare mint errors. Double dies, off-center, missing layers, mint damage. Often $30 to several $100 depending on severity. Heavy 3 bulk collector lot or certified sets. Investors sometimes pay premiums for sealed rolls or top pop registry coins. So yes, your 2014 D dime can be valuable, but only if it is special. Most aren't rare, but the few exceptional ones are worth serious attention. If you find something promising, 1. Do not clean it. Cleaning kills collector value instantly. 2. Store carefully. Use a plastic flip, capsule, or coin holder. 3. Get grading only if worth it. Certification costs money. Only submit if a coin looks MS67+ or is a significant error. 4. Sell to the right audience. Collectors, auction sites, coin shows, or reputable dealers. A smart sale can turn a tiny dime into solid cash. So the next time you open your wallet, the next time you dump a cup of coins onto the table, look closely. Because the 2014 D Roosevelt dime might be more than pocket change. It could be a hidden treasure, a modern collectible, or the beginning of your coin collecting journey. Next up. Today, we're going to explore one of the most underestimated coins in modern United States coinage. A simple 10-cent piece that most people overlook. But collectors know better. This is the 1999 P. Roosevelt dime, a coin that may look ordinary, yet it carries history, rarity potential, and real market value. So sit back, relax, and let's dive deep into the story of the Roosevelt dime minted in Philadelphia during the year 1999. To understand the 1999 P dime, we must return to the origins of the Roosevelt dime itself. The journey began in 1946 when the United States Mint replaced the beautiful Mercury dime design after the end of World War II. America had just lost one of its most iconic leaders. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. He guided the nation through the Great Depression and led the country through the early years of World War II. Roosevelt's dedication to fighting polio, including his support of the March of Dimes Foundation, made him a symbol of courage, leadership, and compassion. In honor of his legacy, the U.S. Mint placed his portrait on the dime, the coin associated with fundraising for the health of Americans. The design we see today has remained almost unchanged for nearly 8 decades, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history. Narrator. Fast forward to 1999. A time of technology growth, optimism, and the final year before the new millennium. The Philadelphia Mint was busy producing billions of circulating coins. On the Roosevelt dime, the letter P, stamped to the right of Roosevelt's neck, identifies the coin as coming from Philadelphia. No mint mark means you're likely holding a pre-1980s piece. But this little P tells collectors exactly where the metal journey began. The Philadelphia Mint produced a very large mintage of 1999 Roosevelt dimes. Because so many were made, most circulated examples are common, worth face value. But the story changes dramatically when we talk about uncirculated, gem-quality pieces and rare errors. Narrator. Flip the coin over, and you see one of the most meaningful American designs. A torch symbolizing liberty and freedom. An olive branch for peace. an oak branch for strength and independence. The three elements together tell a story: America's values in metal form. Collectors know that even the smallest design flaw, strike weakness, or extra metal can turn a cheap dime into a collectible. The year 1999 is especially important because it sits at the edge of two eras. The final years of the old-school mass circulation approach, just before high-tech quality improvements of the 2000s. This means more opportunities for striking errors, weak details, and collectible variants. Narrator: serious tone. Most 1999p Roosevelt dimes in used or circulated condition are worth 10 cents, the same as face value. That's reality. But collectors don't hunt for ordinary coins. They hunt for exceptional ones. Uncirculated/mint state values. When a 1999p dime is found in mint state condition, MS, meaning no wear, sharp details, brilliant luster, its value increases. General value ranges: MS60, MS64, $1, $4. MS65, $6, $12. MS66, $15, $30. MS67 and above, $80, $250 plus, depending on strike quality and grading. Coins professionally graded by PCGS or NGC often bring higher prices because the grade is verified. Collectors will pay good money for well-struck coins with no scratches, dings, or wear. Narrator: this is where things get exciting. Some 1999 Roosevelt dimes from Philadelphia were struck incorrectly, and those mistakes can be worth impressive amounts. Fire error types collectors look for: 1. Off-center strike. If the design is shifted from the center, especially 10% or more, value increases. A 30–50% off-center can reach $75, $200 depending on condition. 2. Double die DDO/DDR. A doubled image in letters, date, or torch flames. Minor doubling, $10, $40. Strong doubling, $100+ or more. 3. Clipped planchets. A curved metal missing from the rim, like a bite taken out. Values commonly range $20, $80. 4. Full torch FB or FT strike. For high-end collectors, a strong, fully defined torch on the reverse. These bring premium prices, especially in MS66, MS67. Remember, errors must be genuine, not damaged after circulation. Narrator: during the late 1990s, the minting focus was speed and production volume. Billions of circulating coins were produced, which often means lower quality control. That's why the 1999p dime may hide treasure among the ordinary. Mis-struck coins. Weak striking pressure. Die deterioration. Surface breaks. Mint error anomalies. Collectors hunt bank rolls, jar collections, flea markets, and old coin boxes looking for them. Sometimes, the most valuable examples are the ones people ignored for 25 years. Narrator: here's the truth. If your dime is worn, scratched, or circulated, it's probably just worth 10 cents. But if you find a shiny, clean, crisp example with a strong torch, no scratches, and flawless surfaces, save it. If you spot an unusual strike, off-center, doubled features, clipped planchet, put it aside. These coins are becoming harder to find in circulation each passing year. Narrator: the 1999p Roosevelt dime might look like an everyday coin, but every collector knows. The most valuable treasures often hide in plain sight. Check your change. Search your coin jars. Look through old piggy banks. Coin collecting isn't just about money, it's about preserving history, artistry, and the story of America itself. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and share your finds in the comments below. Maybe the next legendary coin video will be about a dime you discovered. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.